What's up, everybody? Got, I'm trying to get the lighting, not too bad because some of the lights are so bright. Alright, so I'm at Wheelie's house, and I just want to make a quick video because something has come to my attention. Copyright infringement. I can't download Google Plus, so I don't know, I can't, I'm having trouble posting there to there. But anyways, and I can't make videos on YouTube anymore. I think, only on Wheelie's thing. And I try to send it to me myself. I don't know. Anyways, having some trouble. But if you get to watch this, this is what I believe happened. All right. Now, remember I was hung up in the chains in that weird room with the giant, like, looked like a giant electric eyeball, Judas Priest eyeball in there. Remember I said, well, that's either the sun, the fake sun thing, or it's Saturn, the quantum generator, right? Remember I was hanging there, I was all ripped up, I was hanging like this from chains, and I was chopped in half, and there was a cord coming down that from my heart, whatever. It's like, so I looked like kind of fucked up, like skin was gone, bones, but I was still, like, I didn't look too bad, like I was still looked kind of alive, Anyways, so remember that. All right, now I saw a post someone made, and it's a giant room that looked just like the room where I was hanging, right? No, it didn't look just like the room I was hanging, but it was similar. Okay, no, it's not the same room, but it looked similar. It was way bigger, huge room. And there's this guy, and he's standing on top of this thing, and looks like a spaceship type thing, but it's connected, It's like, it's connected, like a bike that's connected. You just pedal, but you never go anywhere. Okay, so it's like that, right? And he's riding it, like he's driving it. And he's a little tiny guy. The thing's this big. This little tiny guy. You can barely see him. If I didn't have the eye I had, I wouldn't have even seen him. I wouldn't even know what the fuck the picture was. It was the thing was so big, the room was so big, and the guy was so small. Anyways, so what does it say in the Bible? Well, it says we fight against principalities and spirits of the air. Okay, well, I always thought that principalities and spirits of the air meant like the radio stations, the TV stations. You know what? But you know what? Now I know that it also means there's people that ride the frequencies in these frequency rider spaceship things, but they're not spaceships. But somehow they ride through the matrix. Anyways, all right. So I want to mention that. And another thing. So this is what I believe happened. Okay. So now the giant trees that are chopped down that look like, they told us dum-dums in school, that's a mesa and that's a butte. And okay. All right. They're giant. They're trunks of trees. Now everyone saw Avatar, saw how the people lived in the trees and they knocked the trees down. Blah blah. Okay, that's what happened. All right. Remember the part I think it was in Isaiah that I rectified in the Bible where it was talking about that we were in cocoons and trees and we had people helping us and shit and we were ready to metamorphosize. Okay. Well, that's probably why the Illuminati or whoever always puts butterflies, because the whole idea of this experiment was you're supposed to turn into a butterfly. All right. And I have a picture of the butterfly. That the caterpillar that's inside every one of us, the woolly caterpillar, the black caterpillar. Okay, I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Wait a minute. Okay, here it is. Here it is. Here you go. This is what we're going to turn into, right there. You see it? There you go. That's what you're going to turn into. Hello. Now check it out. What is it? You see the ducks upside down? Two ducks facing each other? right? And it looks like witches flying over the top, and it looks like pieces of a grapefruit or an orange, and the color of the butterfly is orange. What was on the fucking the pyramid? Remember I showed you that it had to do with the parasites, the conjoining parasites. The duck, what was on there? There was a duck, and I don't know, some other shit, I forgot. But I think that is telling, you know. I said, why was there a duck? You know what I'm saying? Well, I know Iron Maiden sings about a golden goose. That could be golden, could it? Could that not be considered golden color? Orange gold? Stay gold, pony boy? Stay gold, pony boy? Okay, everybody? There you go. That's what you got to look forward to. And I guess that's the whole point of it all. So check it out. So we're all ready to metamorphosize, right? The experiment was over. We were done. All right? This experiment was already over, all done. And then you know what they did? They shut off the heating, the installations or whatever, or whatever happened, and everything froze. And we froze. And we all fell off the fucking trees. Remember it says in the Bible, manna fell, it didn't say, it says manna fell from heaven. It doesn't say those exact words. But manna fell from heaven. Well, we're the manna that fell from heaven. Because manna means carrier of time. And we're carriers of time. Because we have lithium in our body. Just like a battery. And we move. We create time by our movement. So, we create time. Alright? So, but it still has to be space. So it means someone had to create the space. Even though we live in a computer program, whatever. Giant Super Mario game. Still has to, energy has to be contained by time and space. Well, it doesn't have to be contained by time, but space. It has to be contained somehow. So we're in a giant Frankenstein ball. Alright? Remember the movie Spaceballs? Okay. People don't just make movies for, you know, for no reason to call it Spaceballs. Okay. Alright. Now listen. So, check it out. Didn't Jim Morrison sing about a crystal ship? The crystal ship is being filled. 1,000 frills, 1,000 thrills on crystal ship. And what is they say in Alan Walker's song Faded, which sounds like a scorch. Again, sounds like getting scorched in that song, but whatever. What does she say? Yeah, the eternal sea, you're breathing a lie. Okay, so how could we be breathing a lie? Well, the only thing that differentiates between solid, liquid, and air is hydrogen. That's the pH balance. That's why you got to balance your pool. Otherwise, it'll turn into fucking thin air, turn into air, or turn solid. You understand? All right. So check it out. As I would be Anki person, all right. I was a genetic master, and I was the boss of the program. All right. I was in charge of the whole experiment. So that's why they made me tried to make me into the world's biggest fucking loser. You know, because they don't want anybody to realize that I'm the boss. And I'm not only the boss because I'm the nucleus. Well, why am I the nucleus? Because the motherfuckers made me the nucleus because I'm surrounded by the enemy at all times. They can surround me. I mean, what better place to put your enemy than in the middle of the camp? You know what I'm saying? So they made me into this bad devil guy that lives in a cave and I'm red and I got tails and a horn or whatever. Horns and a tail and a pitchfork, which stems from Poseidon, I believe. Alright? And so check it out. Okay, one more thing real quick. So what's the crystal ship? Remember the movie where there's some old freaking spaceship cruising around and there was, the prisoners were in there? Remember the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie? I mean, Sylvester Stallone movie, Convict too? When he was in stasis, whatever, it froze him? Okay, well that's what I believe, everybody, that they froze us in the cocoons. You understand? We're in our cocoons. They froze us. We fell off the trees, probably shattered, you know. Then they consumed all our spirits, and they put us in this crystal ship. And that's why the court can utilize the maritime admiralty law, because we're in a fucking ship in the eternal sea. Okay. All right. So we're in space. We're in space. We're in space because we're inside the ship. Wherever it is. It's on a sea. It's, you know, like, remember Waterworld? Okay. Okay. Movie. Okay. Now, so the ship is where? If the ship is in some that would be considered outer space. Okay. The outside the ship is outer space. Inside the ship is we're in space. So this is the space that controls the energy. That controls us. That, you know, encloses us. How does it enclose us? Because the constant you know, ebb and flow of growth and decomposition. Growth, decomposition. Growth, decomposition. All right? Used to be facilitated by the sun and the moon. Now it's taken over, and they brought it down to the towers and whatever, you know, other installations, I believe. Okay? So who fucking froze us to death? Well, am I not mistaken? Or does Marina Kaye not sing a song? I will freeze you out like I have been. My heart is melting. Okay, so someone froze us. Someone intentionally murdered all of us when we were in cocoons. They waited till we were in cocoons, and then they murdered us. So that whoever fucking murdered us when we were in cocoons and froze to death, this Meister person living in a fucking ice house, whatever, drinking fucking vodka, whatever, or schnapps, whatever she was drinking. Meister lady, some deer person, which is probably not. There's probably two factions of deer people. People that were people on my side, and then some other greedy parasite scumbags, probably, you know. Because I'm the most infamous deer person. Kukulane is the most infamous deer person in all history, as far as I know. I mean, you got Odin, but he's more of a Scandinavian, you know, type character, up northern, you know, more north. All right. So whoever you are, Meister lady, you that's a pretty cowardly move. You waited till we were in fucking cocoons, and then you fucking froze us. And we all fell off the tree and fucking shattered. Then you consumed all our spirits, and you put light our signatures and energy, and put us in some fucking consciousness grid ship called the United States, America, spaceship, Mothership 1, consciousness grid that we're in. And you people out there think it's a country? It's a fucking spaceship, or it's a ship. How else what other, okay, if that's not the grounds that the court has to stand on to utilize maritime admiralty law, then what are the grounds they're standing on? Because if they don't have no grounds to stand on, then every single crime ever committed, anyone ever convicted, was convicted falsely and erroneously since the judicial system was incorporated. Okay? So that's a lot of fucking lawsuits, you know. That's going to be a lot of pissed off people. Because they say, oh, we use the law of the sea because they don't know, but they've been consumed and they're on a fucking ship out in some sea, eternal sea, whatever it is. And they made me into the biggest bad guy around. They got all the stars, are all my children, descendants, kids. These people raped me millions of times in the middle of the night. They come in and lift your eyeball up, and they hypnotize you before you wake up, and then they rape you. They steal your seed. They did all kinds of stole my seed millions of times at the fucking doctor's office. You know, I mean, but as soon as after I left the doctor's office there, then no one did nothing. They're fucking terrified, like terrified of me, the people. Not terrified of me, they're terrified of what happened if they fuck me. That's why no one ever fucked me. Because they have to get permission. I mean, they tell them, every prostitute, never mind, I'm not going to get into it. But I get set up even by prostitutes. I mean, that's why I can't go out, I can't spend no time with no woman I don't even really can't even talk to you unless you're sponsored by somebody. Somebody's got to vouch for you. I can't. You think after everyone I ever met got turned out and tried to kill me or poison me or put feces in my food or fucking do some fucked up shit or send me back to prison, set me up. I'm gonna go out with someone I don't even know and no one's sponsoring you and no one's gonna willing to vouch for you. I'd be a fucking retard. No, I'll keep on jerking off until Hell's Angels come over here and say about it. She got permission. We gave her permission. She's straight. You got it for the weekend. Just do whatever you want. Or Mafia brings someone over here and vouch to say she's not gonna try to kill you. She's not gonna try to fucking set you up. She's not gonna try to put feces in your food. She's not gonna try to poison you. She's not gonna try to put transfers in your bed. She's not gonna fucking try to fucking do this and do that and all this other shit that this asshole did to me. All right. Until that happens, I have no choice. If I try to go fuck somebody, first of all, I won't even be able to fuck them because the people, they bamboozle you. All these people are gangster people. They won't admit it, but they you know, they got their tricks. They try to hurt you. They sabotage you. They don't let your dick get hard. Believe me, these people, all they do, their whole life is centered around making the biggest orgasm they possibly can. Okay, all these clothes are all toxic. This is all poison. 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 Everything's poison. Poison. Everything's made from the most poisonous shit, horrible shit they could possibly make it from because they're trying to limit our lifespan. Alright? Gang-stalker people. They will not go anywhere near a grocery store because they know it's full of around worms and parasites. Sometimes they force them to work in there as prostitutes. But they don't like it. And they only buy certain fabrics that are not toxic. They know what to wear. Okay? And it colors. Okay? All the colors that are on the clothes at Walmart, for us dum-dums, that's all most harmful, most fucked up colors they can put on there. Okay? Their colors are not conducive to outcomes. You know what I'm saying? It's to poison you. Okay? She got me a soft bed. A soft bed. I said, I want a hard bed. She said, no, I want a soft bed. Why? Because so your dick don't get hard. If you got a soft bed, if your wife got your soft bed, that means she don't even want to fuck you. She's just there to play you for a sucker. I don't know what this ghost bed shit is, but it's probably pretty good. I would say ghost bed probably most likely is like a hard bed. Alright, I'm going to let you go, 1750. You know, I don't know what to say, man. There ain't nobody coming here. I can't believe after all this shit I revealed, not one fucking person in the whole town got anything to say to me. Not one person. You got nothing to say to me? Nothing? No church person, no school person, no fucking town official, no fucking nothing. Like, I was just some coconut, you know. But whatever. Rock on, man. See you later.